mum. Good evening and welcome to tonight's episode of Eat, Crit and Survive, where apparently we gather in a house and I'm jaundiced for some reason. Because we don't know why the camera's yellow. We don't know, we're just going to go with it, and I'll be a Simpsons character for today. But welcome!
Ollie, get out of the bag.
Oi!
Ollie, eat everything!
My bag.
Go for
Ollie.
it!
My nice wood stuff.
Yeah, so tonight we are playing at a new location.
A new location.
A new location, because we like to be in other places. But occasionally we'll see a dog just sort of wander past or poke his nose in, because that happens.
We also don't. This isn't our house. We just go around.
It's literally a
find
random
somewhere
house.
that's empty, has a table.
We find somewhere new to play.
Yes, we just knock on someone's door. Would you mind hosting us on a Friday night?
Sure, why not? Yes.
And if you would like to host us, please get in touch.
Please do. That'd be great.
Yeah, it would. So yes, this week we have this as our party. We also have a voice from beyond Rome-ish. Yes.
Is the voice sponsored by Corona?
Possibly. Yeah, so Ross is with us in certainly voice, if not spirit and body.
He's more than a metre away.
He's more than me to Yeah, Ross unfortunately has been to Rome recently for something like his wedding anniversary. I don't know.
Something strange.
Like that's a thing.
I remember when you left, you were like, "Nah, I'm sure it'll be fine."
So, is this what we need to do to get Ross to a session? Quarantine him?
It'll stop him running around. That's kind of the thing.
It's actually really weird because I'm watching the stream to see you guys, but there's a slight delay, so everyone's talking, and I'm expecting people's mouths to be moving, but they're not. And it's just, it's really psyching me out.
How big is the delay?
I think it's about 15 seconds.
Calm down and stay out of my bag.
And now we're just fucking with people. Do you want me to put your bag over here so it's up, at least out of his face range?
Face range.
No, because now he's over here.
No, he's over here.
Mind the camera! Tidal wave! Do you want me to?
Man, who let the druid in the room?
That'll be alright.
This is going to happen. We've got a spaniel wandering around who's being friendly.
Yeah, the normal bulldog was taken for that
We
we
thought
dog.
we thought we'd have a higher challenge rating.
From a quarter
We
to
were
a
not
half.
prepared.
Sorry?
We were not prepared.
We're not prepared.
Yeah, I think we're underleveled for this one.
Hello, boy.
Remember, Ollie,
not
you just got to put your paws on all of the keyboard at once. Hit it and then run.
So, this week we are brought to you by our friend Francita, who has got her Critically Pins going up on Kickstarter. We were talking about this last week. Series of LGBTQIA friendly pins designed for the role player in your life. These hard enamel pins include ace, agender, aro, bi, demi, fluid, gay, intersex, lesbian, non-binary, pan, poly, queer, and trans. The day I can say that without having to really is the day the Kickstarter will end, which is on the 31st of March.
So you haven't got long to learn.
You got like two more sessions.
2 more sessions. It's already doing really well. It's up to 49%, I believe. $2,900. So if you want to get on there to back this Kickstarter, by all means, go ahead. But if this fantastic array of pins does not support you, there are stretch goals in there which do unlock pronoun pins. So for like most of us, we are
Him.
It's fair to say we are all heterosexual, so none of us will fit into that. But
Hold on.
Wait.
is this where you tell us, Connor? On the internet.
I'm sorry,
Is
Steph.
this week?
Yeah, that's cool. Be you, man. You can use that pin. It can identify who you are.
If you wear all of them, is it like putting like 5 mini lion bots and you become one super lion bot?
Sex
don't-
Voltron.
I mean,
anyway.
if robots could.
We started this so well and with the best intentions, and unfortunately I forgot who I'm with. But if you want to get on there and get to support the campaign, get to the stretch goals, get those pronoun pins out there in a variety of different colours, search for Critically Pins on Kickstarter and back the project. Also with the various news that so many cons are being cancelled, MCM Birmingham, EC3...
Postponed.
Postponed or just off entirely.
Birmingham got put back a week. Like that's
A week.
Didn't matter.
Oh no, it's in June now.
Was it? I thought it was a week.
No, it's moved back to June.
Oh, right,
It's
well.
in a week. It's due to
Right.
like next weekend.
I've read it backwards. I thought they put it back a week, and I'm like, that's not going to quite cover us.
Yeah, with so many people now out there, people who depend on things like cons for their livelihood, go and check out I think it's postponed cons is a hashtag on Twitter that people are doing for things like that. So you can go and have a look at some of those creators, those providers of cool goods and services, like ones that we like. We like Wormwood. Send us free shit.
Please.
I mean, what you're supposed to say, give them money, not get them to send us stuff for free.
Yeah, I know. Well, on the plus side, we're not sponsored for this. We just say
I am
we
planning
like
to
stuff.
spend quite a lot of money on Wormwood
I mean,
in the
we
next
are,
couple of
yeah.
days.
If we're
Also,
isolated, what else is there to do? Just
Exactly.
shopping.
Shop.
yeah. Closer to home, we like Game Tea, who does a lot of quite cool stuff. If you've seen on our stream, Ross's little arcane living magic box, I think it's called, with his sort of lightning charge through it and the enamel. That's pretty cool. And his
There you go, that's a live action roll for you.
thanks, Ross. And also the sort of druid tea. They do some pretty cool stuff. So go and check those out and say hi and support people. Awesome. And then finally, just take care of yourselves because.
Wash
This
your
time,
hands.
wash your hands. Do as Ross is doing. If you're feeling unwell, or if you've been anywhere at risk, go and put yourself into
And
quarantine.
as Jared's doing as well.
Jared is also doing that. He is feeling slightly under the weather, so he is putting himself in staying
Taking
at
no
home.
risks.
Get well soon, Jared.
He
We
called
hope it's not
himself a
serious.
walking biohazard.
I mean, he's that every week.
Oh, yeah, that's to say.
I couldn't possibly think like you read the list as like coughing, sneezing, and all the things, and I'm like, well, Jared's been doing that for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
He's
consistently.
patient zero.
Well,
He's the incubator. He just lives there.
it was amusing seeing the thing about if you've got a persistent cough. And me and Luke both went, yeah, we've had one for about however many years.
Yeah. Nothing physiologically wrong. It's
No,
just,
it's just-
there. It's probably because we don't dust often enough. That's probably the problem.
No.
I was talking about coughing. I couldn't help it.
So do all those good things.
But anyway,
So we will go back into tonight's episode of Eat, Crit, and Survive. Where
If someone wants to make us like a cool intro, that'd be great.
even if it's just like a flashcard, just like intro.
I mean, Francita's
I say
transition
we've
from
got
roll for initiative,
roll for
that was
initiative one.
pretty cool.
That was pretty fun, wasn't it? We'll have to try something. Another word. So where we last left off, you guys had travelled north into, well, first you went south, then you went north in Solrisa, from Solrisa to the Temple of Artemis to have a conversation with the huntresses of Artemis to find out some various information and to perhaps get some guidance on where you wanted to go next. After some conversation and the arrival of a new ally, Anna, you
Busted.
oh, that's me.
made your way down to the Tasto Falls, where the home of Kafina's Guild lies. You chartered the ship, barge thing, and set out along towards the jungle of Rancor, following the Anarchic Canal. As you potted along on the barge, you had some pleasant times until you came across a fallen tree and were ambushed by Cyclopes because people didn't think to look around. And
Nope.
they were fucking stealthy Cyclopes for some reason. Well, 3 natural 20s based on that, just stealth and then various others. It was pretty fun. Having defeated the Cyclopes and broken the tree barrier that's now in your way, you float down sort of mid-afternoon-ish, just enjoying the scenery. So, is there anything that you guys would like to do?
Short rest, please.
You may indeed have the shortest of rests.
The shortest of rest, because ow. What? It's a D8.
Yours does,
you're clever.
Oh god, clerics suck.
Also, be careful with your elbows, you just moved my camera.
Well, it was in disgust at this tiny hit die. I'm rolling 10s and 12s.
Dice.
Is Kalatar going to give us a little song?
Kalatar will give you a song for an extra 5 hit points.
Sing a song of resistance. And
Well,
Trick
that's
will
not-
sit there smugly because he took no damage.
He will try to disguise his smugness, and because he's not good at things like that, he will fail
Yeah.
and just looks slightly smug.
Yeah. Successful.
But still very scruffy.
Yeah.
So
All
Oh,
right.
that'll do.
In the meantime, Kafina is running around mending the canopy, which is part of your boat situation, which was got somewhat wrecked by the Cyclope attack.
And her sunbeams.
And by her
if I-
sunbeams, yeah.
If I remember correctly.
But she repairs it to the best of her ability. There are some holes, but with the assistance of the ship's mechanic, Frog Wenchhands, whose hand you discover has got an ability to turn into a sewing machine. So if you thread the needle properly, it just sews away, patches up the holes, and quite merrily. So, short rest had. Whilst this is going on, I would like for Anna and Kelatar, because I believe you're the ones with the highest passive perception,
Probably.
to make perception checks for me.
First roll of that. Ooh.
Is it a high number or a sad number?
It's both.
Sad number.
It's a very sad number, is it?
It's the saddest
It's
of
the
numbers.
saddest of numbers.
Oh, I can't.
22.
22. Okay, and Anna, do you want to, just in case anyone is...
Hang on, because you can't critically fail. And
Is it a 1 by any chance?
6 total.
Total.
A 6 total, so that's just pure wisdom.
By the way, Trick's passive perception is higher than this.
Is it? Oh, in which case, Crick, make a perception check.
Yeah, you roll a perception check.
Plus, I can't roll below a 10 on it. So
No, 'cause you are
I
proficient.
actually rolled a 10, so that's a 16.
16. Okay, Kelatar. As you're sat floating along the boat, sort of finishing your song of rest, you notice just off behind you to the left-hand side, a flash of light and a splash.
A flash of light and a
A
splash.
splash, yes.
Okay, I walk to the left-hand side of the boat
Okay,
and look into the river.
look into the river, and you look up the river, look back up to where you've just come from, and you can see just protruding out from the water 2 massive antlers just splashing around in the water with a head just sort of pushing up like some weird elk pushing itself out of the water.
Whoa!
The thing you notice, it's armoured.
No!
Oh, please. Okay. I see this armoured elk. I go, hello?
Hello?
Why are you in the river?
It'd be great if you could help me out, please.
You are getting quite low in the water at this point. You are wearing heavy armour.
Quicker, please.
I try and find some kind of rope, or
There are life preservers on the boat.
I throw a life preserver
Sure,
at this elk.
make a strength check.
Strength.
Yeah, athletics. You're throwing it for distance rather than.
Okay, straight strength. This is going to be good. 7.
Shit.
Is there another one? Do the rest of us see what's
Yeah, you see
happening?
Kalatar suddenly talking
No.
to it. You don't. You're looking the wrong way entirely. You do spot this trick.
What's going on?
Well, there's a strange elk man
Drowning.
thing.
I'm just
in-
crowding here, guys. Take your time.
I'm trying to throw a life preserver at him.
Is there another life preserve?
There is on the at the very back of the boat.
I'll go and get it and
Yeah.
try and throw it.
Sure, make a strength. Make a throwing check.
Athletics? Did you say
Athletics,
athletics? You see, I'm proficient in athletics,
Oh, right.
so
This might be alright.
I rolled a 4, so it's a 15.
15.
So that would have been a 9.
Oh yeah, you forgot about your reliable talent. Your jack of all
You
trades.
said strength.
Oh,
I
no.
didn't look at athletics.
Oh well. You throw it out. But to be fair, you get jack of all trades on any check. Anyway, it doesn't matter. You throw the preserver out, and it does loop over one of the antlers.
Okay, how does this help?
Which you can reach, Ross.
Yeah, so I'll grab the rope, and sort of try to pull myself up a little bit.
Okay, you pull yourself up.
Just
And
stay above water, basically.
you're on the life preserve. It's helping a little bit, but you are still wearing full plate armor and
Yeah,
a
I'm
soggy
a big
moose.
boy as well, so this is going to be heavy.
Yeah,
Can I make an attempt to pull?
yeah. Make an athletics check to pull it in.
Can I help?
You may. Athletics check with advantage.
Okay.
Where's Cedric when you need it? Or Asher.
17.
hand over hand, you just start pulling this thing closer. At which point, the captain has now realised what you're doing. Dillerbean Battlestone, and he does start turning the boat towards the shore. Turns it to the right, actually, because otherwise he's going to run over the thing that you're trying to pull in. But start pulling it in so that you're in a better position to swim yourself to shore. But you drag it in up to the side of the boat, and you grab onto, avoiding the turbulence that's caused by the impellers that are at the back of the boat, pushing water out into you. But you do manage to get a hand onto a small ladder that is set into the back, like a pedalo kind of thing, or the buoy things you can just sort of climb up. So you are able to pull yourself out of the water.
Excellent. I'll give myself a little shake off
Clang, 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 clang.
to get the water out my fur.
Yep.
Nice to meet everyone. I presume you guys are the Wandering Stars?
How tall is this elk?
Yeah, would you like to describe yourself, Ross?
Sure,
Well,
I
I'm
will
an elk.
do that.
Just an elk.
Bipedal elk, essentially. So imagine Senator moose or elk without the back legs, basically.
Minotaur, you mean, not centaur.
Wearing full plate. Got a massive glaive on his back. He's got a small hammer to his side, and on his other hip he has a hand crossbow. He's got like brown fur. He's probably just a bit under 7 foot, which is he's.
Is that including the antlers?
Is that including the antlers, or is that just the top of your head?
That's just the top of his head. So the antlers themselves are, and they're like moose-like antlers. So they're like they're quite kind of wide, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like wide bore hand type antlers.
So what we're saying is Ross has gone full moose.
Yes.
He's got an elkator.
Giant bipedal elk.
He's basically a minotaur, but elk.
A minotaur elk.
Instead of cow.
That is epic.
We've had some fun the last couple of weeks.
I stumbled upon this like 2 weeks ago. I had to message Luke when I was in there. I was like, I'm currently building this character here, and the hell is an Elkator? He was like, yeah.
Ross and I are just trying something.
My dreams are coming true.
I've rolled 4 ones in a row while I'm just this is not looking good.
Who are you and what are you doing here?
Blocking Tom. Slide back a bit.
Well, I'm Acteon. And, well, to be honest, I asked to be here, although I wish the mage had been a little bit better than throwing me into the river. Basically, I've seen some of the good work you guys have done in Alfheim. I thought I'd come along and help out if I can. Otherwise, I made a pointless journey.
You kind of notice that also along the weapon and the armour, there are the various runes that you kind of recognise from Jorvik, just sort of carved in various sigils across.
I'm still going to try to see if this elk person is telling the truth.
Make an insight check.
Natural 20.
He is telling the truth.
Lie.
I don't even know where Yorick is.
He, as far as you can tell, he is. Well, Ross, do you want to say?
I mean, yeah, no, he's being genuine. He's, he does appear to be telling truth and here to hopefully assist.
There you go.
Very well.
Well, we're pleased to have you.
Sure.
It seems this group is very welcoming to new members.
Well, when you
Yeah.
lose so many people from your group, you have to be welcoming to keep getting new people in to replace them.
High staff turnover, you mean?
I mean-
yeah, we welcomed you guys in quite happily, and we've also got Jumbo and Bink, and the sort of the metallic deer wandering around on deck, as well as the glass golem pottering around.
Hey, he's useful.
Just not recently.
Well, up against something that was going to smash him. No.
No.
I'll be honest, it's in my benefit too. I get to get a little bit more combat experience, and giants are only company to a certain level. Afterwards, you kind of get a bit bored of having things thrown at you in wrestling all the time.
You just missed out on a fight with a bunch of cyclopes.
Oh, what? That's a shame. To say the least.
Remind me, Acton, you've got a belt as well, haven't you, with a
I do.
snarling giant face across the front of it. What colour is it? Remind me?
This is a hill giant.
There you go. So sort of grass-stained belt that wraps around his waist. A little bit softer features than the one that you've seen on Asher, which had the sort of burning fire beard. But
He's got he's got a little headband on as well.
Yeah,
which probably everyone's quite familiar with now.
Just sort
very-
of draped around the antlers.
Yes.
It's sort of very tiny, sat in the middle.
yeah, he has managed to get it. It's wedged in between the antlers. You can actually see where it's been bent in slightly, just so it sits in between the antlers.
Custom made.
Yeah, seems to work.
I take it from the various things that you have about your person that your favourite style of combat is up close and personal.
I mean, yes, that would be my preference.
Fair enough. We've got several of us that are quite ranged when it comes to certain problems, so it's always nice to have an extra.
Bruiser.
Well, I guess if you guys are willing to take me, I'm happy to be that guy who gets down and dirty.
Nah.
Pina would say at this point, you said that you were sent here? What? Why?
Well, no, it's more, I've been doing my own thing, and I've saw some of the amazing stuff that you guys have been doing in Alfheim, and I was in Jorvik at the time, and I requested that they pop me over, but like I said, I wasn't expecting to be drowned.
I can only see that as good news that we saved your life, so you kind of owe us now. So that's useful.
I mean, I guess, yeah.
Cool.
That was a pretty good shot. I mean, mage-wise.
I'll say they weren't too far off.
That voice is killing me.
Are you sure it's that and not...
Hello.
Done.
No. Okay. So, you're now aboard the boat with the rest of the party.
Excellent. Guys.
Is there anything you guys would like to discuss as you set about your boaty ways?
I'm perfectly fine.
Have you now noticed that there's an elk standing on the
My
ship?
God!
So, one thing I do, who's in charge here then?
I'll take my hands off that one.
Well,
The Wandering Stars.
I think-
someone leading the party.
I think of the Wandering Stars. Well, the only two original members that are left are myself and Kafina.
Hi.
We've never really had one person in charge. We've always had situations where each one of our members has shined.
Well, okay, I guess I'm just trying to figure out what the current objective is.
The current objective, yeah, none of us are really sure. I mean, some of us are more sure than others. Like this
Anna,
was
did
his
you-
character.
When you were-
This was his character, not the player.
Anna, didn't you say that there was something we needed, like a meeting that we were going to?
We're heading to the jungle of Rancor. It was Rancor, wasn't it?
Yes.
Pretty sure it was.
You're
This is off the top of my head.
Yeah, well done. You good?
Yeah. We're heading to the jungle of Rancor to either disrupt or eavesdrop on a meeting with the Cult of the Void. We've been told that there are at least a fair few members going in there, and we're looking to either get some valuable information or completely eradicate the members that are there.
That would be much appreciated.
My preference would be the second one.
Completely eradicating all the members that are there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I mean, looking at you, you don't exactly scream diplomacy.
Well, sometimes
I think that this party once had someone like that. They keep referring to her, but I'm not incredibly sure.
She is much loved, and one day
She's loved by someone else, Kelatar. That's not how this works.
What?
She's with someone else. Get over it.
No, never. One day, she will not ignore my advances. I know she did threaten to cut my head off
Multiple times.
multiple times.
Isn't she back in Alfheim with another woman?
Yes, that bit mildly distressed me, but I can work around it.
Well, it looks like there's some history there or something, but
No, unfortunately not.
if you say so.
Alright.
Yes. We are hoping to take this meeting we're heading to by surprise, if we can.
I mean, surprise, maybe stealth, not so much my thing, but we can see what we can do.
We can work on it.
Do you have any particular skills apart from a big weapon?
No.
No.
I've got some skills with some smithing.
The camera's here.
That's really positive.
Sorry to disturb.
There you go. That's what Ross is doing at the moment.
Ross, give it 15 seconds.
Hang on, no, keep talking. We'll just keep Ross there. See how long I can hold my arm there.
Just getting into character.
Yeah, there you go. Go on. Is that from your stag do?
No,
No, from his elk do.
Elk.
From his elk do.
I'm going to put that down.
So,
Ooh, free phone.
so I'd rather you didn't, because it's got my
Good, so
courage.
we've established that
Sorry.
he has no special skills.
No, yeah, so,
Apart from smithing.
I'm pretty good with smithing, but mainly in the realm of slight enchantments, I guess.
You elk artificer.
With a mechanical human.
Why are we so angry?
What can you make?
Oh, well, I mean, given enough time, I guess make anything.
Yeah, but what have you made? Like, have you got anything with you that you've made?
Well, it's more about the markings and I mean, just look at this. So I'm going to pull out my light hammer.
Yep.
And just sort of on the side of it,
Cast
there
light.
is a small rune. It doesn't really look like much, as in like it looks like anyone can kind of do it. But the way I'm going to be like talking about it is like it takes a long time to learn the skill basically. Yeah, so this rune here, I can use it to empower myself. It gives me strength, and I got a few of them. So I showed the rune on my armor, on the glaive, and on the crossbow as well.
Just remind me which runes are on which item?
Sure thing. So on the plates, I've got a frost rune.
Yep.
On the hammer, I've got the stone rune.
The Stenner, I think it is, on the actual name for it.
Yeah.
I think they have got names, but I just can't remember what they are.
Yeah. So it's Issy for the frost.
Yep.
It's Sten for the stone. Uvar is on the crossbow.
Yep.
And then the Hawk is on the glaive.
Nice.
Excuse me.
It's alright. So, yeah. That's really cool. I can enchant those items too. What do your runes do? Like, apart from strength on that one?
Well, okay, I guess I can go through with them. So,
Well, I mean, if there are things that you use in combat, you could surprise us. Do some dub, if you can do some dub shit, because I can do some dub shit.
Well, I say hopefully we get into some combat because I want to. That's the kind of way I thought I could be of that. So.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
We're still meandering at this
Yeah.
point.
The captain has cast off after he was sort of waiting for about 5 minutes for you to just give him a decision on what you're going to do next, and then just sort of got you're chatting
Carry
to
on,
this dude.
yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah, none of us are the captain.
Nope.
And none of us.
But you are the ones who hired the boat. Sorry.
None of us are going to try and be a captain. That'd be a silly idea.
Only foolish people would attempt something like that.
Or a wise person.
Alright, so you're pottering along the lake, or the river. Just following the meanders. Nothing much going on. Talking with your new friend. And booty ally. Every so often he would turn around and you have to duck violently. Whoa! Dodging out of the way of his massive horns. Which with the horns sort of do give him a wingspan of about 2.5 meters.
Jesus.
And give him an extra 1.5 foot in height. So you guess he's going to struggle getting through doors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doors are going to struggle getting through him.
Between this and Cedric, I'm starting to think Voss is compensating for something.
Well, I played Opti, so I've got to keep track of the next character.
You know, Opti
Opti-
finished as a giant.
I was going to say, Opti did finish as a Goliath.
But not out of choice, I have to say.
That's true. Being a Goliath did save you a couple of times, though.
Yeah, it's true, yeah.
So, as you settle on the way, you start looking out and just keeping an eye on the scenery, wondering if you'll come across any of the wildlife that is out there. You do spot after sun's going down, getting towards evening time, a pack of elephants just sort of wandering along the shore, stopping, taking some water. One little baby elephant running into the stream before it's grabbed by its mother and just sort of plonked back on the shore.
There you go.
You do catch lots of those Archaeops type birds flying around, those reptilian bird things that confuse you and are intriguing. But as evening starts coming in, there also appears to be a fog that just sort of passes over, obscuring the way somewhat. Excuse me. So emotional. At this point, Nyx Fabblestabble, the only female gnome that is the first mate, she leans her head out the window and says, "Yeah, so this is we're getting close to Lake Twalstack.
Okay.
So we do occasionally get this once we get past this lake, then we'll have we'll get into the swamp proper. But at the moment, it does create these weird little mist cloud things.
How big are these mist clouds generally?
They don't last for too long. It's sort of like particularly after dusk time. That's when the water sort of starts condensating a little bit and just starts to settle back down into the lake. It should go in about 4 hours or so when the temperature levels out.
Right.
I mean, we'll pull over just at the mouth of the lake and just wait. That's alright with you guys. I mean,
Yeah, well,
I mean,
You had the boat
you know the area.
alright, no worries. Just as a warning for the lake, try not to fall in this one because it's wide, shallow in some areas, but it's quite deep in there's certain pockets that are really, really deep. And it is quite a watering hole for a lot of the beasts around here. A couple of settlements sort of show the outside. It's kind of cool.
right.
So we should remain alert in case something sneaks up on us in the fog.
Aye.
I wouldn't want those T-Rexes coming upon us unawares.
They are surprisingly sneaky. We don't know why.
I'm going to cast,
Yes.
as a ritual, water breathing.
Okay, on everyone. So
Yep,
24 hours.
just for 24 hours.
Everyone can breathe water.
At the same time, can I ritual cast Rare's telepathic bond?
You may. It's a ritual spell.
It is.
Okay, who are you casting it with?
I can get everyone, I think. I've got 8 willing creatures.
Is everyone willing?
What are you
It's not
trying to
anything
do?
else,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, it's one.
Always.
Yeah, 1 hour, so we can all communicate telepathically.
Oh.
Alright.
You don't need to breathe.
Well, you don't speak.
No, it's telepathic.
You still need to breathe.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
breathe.
if you can't breathe, then you could ask for help while
I
drowning.
mean, sure, yes, but you've just got water breathing, so you don't need to.
Yeah,
breathe.
I didn't know that.
Fair enough. You're both doing separate rituals without
Yeah.
communicating with each other. Alright.
So is that communication then all interlinked, or is it just one-to-one?
I believe it's all interlinked.
Okay.
Let's have a look at the spell.
It's possible over
It's
any
very
distance. Yeah.
It is a 6th level spell.
No, 5th.
Is it? Oh, I'm thinking of
5th level
the
divination.
instant summoning.
It's being done
As long as you're on the same
doesn't
plane.
matter.
Fair enough.
Yep, so you take the pieces of eggshell from 2 different kinds of creatures that you have found over the course of your life.
T-Rex.
Crocodile. It's all fine. Yeah, cool. Oh, wait. Creatures with intelligence 2 or less aren't affected by this. Sorry, Ross, you're not affected by the
Oh,
Thank God for that headband, eh?
I know, right?
Ross or my character?
Both.
Both.
Both. My character's actually quite smart.
I know.
Because he's got a headband on.
Yeah.
No, he's pretty smart naturally. It's just this makes him even smarter.
Smarter.
Exactly.
Smarter.
It's like mine's very constitutionally, but even more so with the amulet.
Are they very
Keller's
wisdomful?
Kelatar's ring makes him very wisdomful.
Yeah. That's not what I've heard about Kelatar's ring.
Exactly. So,
I'm very charismaed anyway.
having
Stone makes him so wicked.
And my cloak makes me look cool.
having set up with your various rituals, you do pull over to a small jetty that is there for you to anchor up to during the night. It does appear that there are some arcane runes set around the outside which do protect it from animals coming too close. But nonetheless, you can set up your dome if you so wish as part of your protection. You say you still have that, don't you?
I have that.
Sorry. Okay, you can set up your dome if
I
you
have
wish.
Lehman's tiny hut. I
Oh, yeah, so I
also
do.
have a
gonna say,
line.
Well, we had rival rituals, we can have rival domes.
There you go. Double dome.
So if you want a dome, I'll put up the alarm.
Okay.
I say I'll happily dome.
You set up the dome, you set up the ritual. The alarm, where are you setting up the alarm for?
So the area of it, the range is 30 feet. 20-foot cube. Just going to be around as much of the ship as the part of the boat where we sleep as I
Okay.
can manage.
So around that sort of area.
Pretty much.
Okay. That made absolutely no sense to the camera, but it made sense to you, and that's all that matters. Alright, you set up the alarm, and life is, you feel comfortable. You set up the dome, you feel warm and safe. The gnomes go below to their own quarters.
They don't have a gnome dome.
They don't have a gnome dome. They're not powerful enough casters to make a gnome dome. They are sailors and mechanics, and one fat cook.
But do they have alone zones?
They have alone gnome zones.
The alarm, by the way, is audible.
Okay. What sort of noise is it going to make? Well, we find out when it's tripped. Okay. So what type of alarm? Alright. So, is anyone staying up to keep watch, or are you all sleeping?
I'll stay up and keep watch.
I'll keep for
I
one.
say I'll take a watch.
Alright. We have 3 watches. Is anyone else going to take a watch?
I'll take a watch.
There we go. Okay, cool.
Action is just going to sleep through the entire.
Yeah, he's had a harrowing experience. He's still a little bit damp in his armour as well, which is particularly uncomfortable.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You have got the smell of wet moose,
Oh.
which does dry in the dome, but it does sort of recirculate the air and move the it moves the moose smell out after a while. But it does. Being Kelatar, it does smell of lavender and moose. So
Could be worse.
Sounds like a pub, the Lavender and Moose.
it is now.
I'm making a note of that.
Well, the moose and lavender, that's got to stand better.
Or just the lavender moose. It's a much better picture on the side.
That's a gay pub.
Yeah, that's true. In which you can identify yourselves by buying one of the critically pins. I did this last week as well, and I had fun.
Yeah, I watched back the video, and I appreciated the little plug along the way.
Yeah. So, who is taking the first watch?
Yeah, sure. I'll...
Make a perception check. Disadvantage because you have got the fog around you.
That was a 19 on that one, 12 on that one, 12... 17.
17? Okay. Look out. A few things move through the fog. You suspect that they're some sort of nighttime hunters. They just pass over, not really making too much of an effect on things. Nothing really disturbs you. Occasionally you see like a bird fly down, sort of swoop into the water and then fly back out carrying some sort of weird fish. Occasionally you see you do see hopping onto the banks nearby, some sort of frog. But it's an odd frog because it's much larger than a regular frog. It's also the size of a medium dog. And it's got sort of weird bony protrusions sticking out from its elbows and along its spine.
Fantastic.
Just looks at you. So it just turns its head like an owl.
That's not creepy.
And does the expansion. And then hops off with its head still looking at you. Just hops off. Before it disappears into the fog.
Before I go to bed, I'm going to put a 3rd level Beacon of Hope in my ring.
Okay.
And a 2nd level Healing Word.
Alright. Who is taking the second watch?
I'll take the second watch.
Make a perception check.
Disadvantage.
Yeah, the fog has not worn off yet.
It's 3, so it's a 16.
Reliable tower.
God,
Okay.
I love it.
You watching out. Again, nothing much really passes your attention. Waters are still. There's no weird creatures coming along this way. And towards the end of your watch, the fog does appear to be lifting and drifting away towards the centre of the lake. Who is taking the next watch?
I will.
Family, perception check, please. No disadvantage because the fog has gone.
Ooh, nice.
You've
Natural
got
20.
You've got dark vision, haven't you?
Yes.
Cool.
60 feet.
6 feet. Okay.
That's a natural 20, so I have
All over it. Okay.
zoom in enhanced feature.
Yeah.
Just dark
Foundling
vision.
sonar
Night
goes off
vision.
in the area.
You sit there looking out from the dome, just watching world go by. Occasionally you see ripples just sort of floating this way. There's one thing that does catch your attention is that after maybe an hour and a half of your watch, there is an especially large ripple that just comes up the river from the lake. Just bobs your boat slightly before it fades out behind you. And then about 10 minutes later, there's a second one.
Going the same way?
Yes, same way.
Before coming back.
Someone got out, and I went back in again.
It could just be something big getting in and out. But I didn't hear a splash.
No. You assume that it is either a fair distance away, or it's just a lot of water displacement.
Yes.
Or it's a very big thing, whatever it was.
Or both.
It could well be both.
It's far away and huge.
You can't really punch a ripple, so...
No, but you can walk on them,
yes.
I think. Is it still you get that?
Oh, ages ago I got that.
Oh,
Sorry, level
So
9
level
or something.
5.
Alright, and Kalatar, last watch.
Yes, I will tell Calatar about the ripples when I wake him.
A
Okay.
wise man.
Perception check. Probably not the wisest of us all.
Unnatural 20.
Okay. Watching out. Nothing really draws your attention. Apart from probably the only thing that does catch your eye is half of a log that just floats down the river past where you're going. You sort of look and you go, fairly certain we passed that ages ago. It looks like it's the log
It's
that
finally caught up.
it's just caught up and just floats past into the...
I stand there for a moment and think, yeah, that works.
And then you remember, you can math.
Oh no! Okay.
Alright, so dawn comes and brings about the view over the lake. And the lake is huge. It is as wide as you expected. So from where you guys are sort of about maybe 200 feet from the mouth, you can see way off just towards the sort of the horizon. So a good maybe 2 kilometers or so away.
Wow.
There is the top of
And that is
trees.
that pretty much just all lake in between?
Pretty much. There are a few. Make a perception check actually.
That's cold. Thankfully, no, not much better. 13.
There are a few blips on the water. Whether those are waves or land masses, you're not 100% certain. Hello, Ollie.
Dog.
But there are a few things. And you also notice that around there are a couple of like settlements and a couple of boats that do occasionally float out, but they don't go too far deep.
Okay.
Do we achieve a long rest?
Yes, you've all had a long rest. So spell slots are restored. Ki is restored. If it was hit points are put back up, you definitely needed that one.
I was fine because I got all of Anna's life.
That's true. You did. Yeah, that's
I know it's it.
tanked it. So hit points come back.
Anna gets hit points.
Half the hit dice come back. Action, you are dry. That's pretty much it.
One with 5 hit points, 6 hit dice, 14 spell, and Channel Divinity come back.
Nice.
Enchanted Divinity come back on a short rest.
For clerics, they do.
Yeah, close. Just
I'm just reading what it said
they
on
do
there.
for paladins as well.
I thought paladins it was a long rest.
Yeah, sure.
No idea, never used Ash's Channel Divinity.
Nope, no need to. You smited things away. So, once you have had a light breakfast,
Just jump in, sorry.
Yes.
Whilst, after waking up, everyone noticed that Action's pulled out a small hammer and is working away on putting the runes back onto the items.
Yep.
And if you look at where the runes were previously, on the ones the items he hasn't got to yet, the runes are no longer there.
yeah. So that, for most of you, that's probably the sound that wakes you, is the sort of ding, 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 ding of like a chisel and hammer just engraving those runes into the right place.
Interesting.
But the cook, Kipper Nipper, comes up with his plate of eggs for everyone.
Raw eggs.
There's an egg.
Here is an egg.
Yeah, scrambled eggs or
T-Rex eggs.
T-Rex. No, they are bigger than normal eggs, but you suspect because he's a gnome, he overcompensates and he gets the slightly larger eggs.
These aren't just eggs.
It's actually how gnomes reproduce. They lay eggs.
Eating tiny balls. Eating
Look
tiny
at the
dogs.
eggs and
Does that make us
go
cannibals?
side eye between the eggs and the cook.
But the cook has had more than his fair share of eggs over the years. Slightly rotund one.
So really, they should taste amazing.
They
As good
do.
as an egg could get.
Is amazing on them. There's a hint of something like paprika in there. Sort of like gives it that little kick at the end.
So he spices.
Sorry?
So he spices.
He did spice. Yeah. Pretty damn good breakfast.
Across
Indeed.
the lake we go. Yes, thank you, Alex.
You set off on the lake. There are 2 paths that you can take. You can either go the most direct route, which is just straight across the middle, which will take you to the swamp. That will take most of the day to do it, or you can go around the outside, and that will take 2 days.
Do we have any reason to go around?
How are we doing for time?
We are in a hurry. It would make sense to take the direct route.
I
You
don't think we
guys
are
have
hurry up.
had. This is your 2nd day of travel,
Yeah.
so you've
Yeah.
got about 8 days left.
And how far away roughly do we think we are?
From here, well, they say that it would take just over a week or so to get there by boat. So you're probably or just under a week. So you're probably maybe 4 or 5 days away. So, but that is then you then get off and you have to walk around the swamp to try and find the actual meeting
Probably
place.
have to
Direct then.
get there
really.
as quickly as possible. And
We don't
Okay.
want to miss it.
Alright, you set up and the boat takes off, puttering along the water.
It's a flying boat.
Like impellers, it does help it skip along.
Depends how strong our Elkator friend is, if it can fly or not.
Flaps his antlers and makes it fly.
No, just pick up the boat and yeet.
But as the boat putters its way across the water, not disturbing it too much, but making its way, you start to notice that there are essentially what you saw previously as those little humps of islands. They are essentially small shelves of rock that come out.
Oh, okay.
It's interesting. I will say Kalatar and Trick and Anna, because you guys have got the highest perceptions, make perception checks, please.
Go.
26.
26.
18.
15.
Okay. The three of you do notice this. That there are, on these rocks, there are patches of grass and flowers and things that are growing on there, quite normally. But there are also burnt piles of bone.
Bone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Burnt. But the grass and the flowers around them are not.
I think the boat needs some maintenance. It's making a weird noise.
Ollie.
The impeller is
Ollie.
just stuck on something.
What do you think? Just sit down.
Foundling, go down there and check the impeller.
There is a slight dog face popped up.
Just getting camera.
He's got like his nose just pops in. Every so often.
Time for Michaelis.
No, that's when he walked into the into the tripod.
You start navigating through them because obviously though, it is shallow, so they are having to carve a certain path.
Okay. Are there any signs of big lumps in the water that Foundling saw?
I only saw ripples.
You saw ripples
Sorry,
in the end.
big ripples.
No ripples appearing at the moment.
Okay.
Anna, with your perception check, you do notice that as you're going along, most of the area around the outside of you is quite shallow water. Like it's a good maybe 10 foot deep at the most.
But you could almost see
You
the
can-
bottom at least.
You can almost see the bottom of it. As you start getting into these sections where these little rock shelves are, it just drops away.
Oh.
To a point that you can't even see.
Scary.
Deep.
But
Can I see anything like
make
immense?
another perception check.
17.
17. You look down. I'm going to roll something here.
There's nothing down
Could be wrong to see how many fish you see.
You see
Megalodon.
Munch.
A Sharkator.
But which way round?
The
Tiny little human legs.
front is the shark, the legs are the human.
Tiny little human legs, massive shark.
It looks like the
So-
puppet off of Toy Story.
So Victor Crumb from the.
Wasn't there a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles bad guys?
No, there was
Shark.
there was an actual kind of at the
is that-
same
there's a
time
TV show,
there
wasn't
was a Street Sharks.
Yeah.
Street Sharks, that's the one. Thank you.
I've forgotten that.
Yeah.
Also, there is a whole race of D&D creatures called Southwagan
Yeah.
who are pretty much shark people.
Yeah, close enough.
So
I'm
there's
onto
that
something.
too.
You fought some of them last time.
Yep.
Last campaign. You do see a few things swimming around down there, probably some of these big fish. You even notice one that is giving off sort of bioluminescence, like some sort of angler. And you sort of watch that one for a little while, and then suddenly it vanishes. And then there's just something red opens below. And then another one. And another one. And then they seem to turn and look up, and there are 6 red, glowing something.
6 red glowing something. How close together?
They seemingly in pairs, maybe 3 or 4 foot apart in pairs, but then they're all sort of in a relatively close clustered space, which you don't see because you're not looking at it.
Yeah, okay. Asher. Sorry. Flash from the past. Anna, what do you see?
What do your something eyes see?
Ashtar eyes.
Ashtar eyes.
I'm going to try to say it. I know it won't work, but it'll be funny. So, Is it within 110 feet of me?
Yes. And closing.
Can it speak?
You don't know.
I'm about to find out. I can mind link with anything I can see within 110 feet of me. As an action, I can speak telepathically to a creature. You give the creature the ability to speak telepathically with you for the next hour or until you end this effect.
It must know at least one language,
I mean,
I think.
It must understand at least one language.
Okay. You make a connection with something. And you've done this before. You've made connection with creatures before, and you felt that single mind presence. This is not a single mind.
oh god.
This is a single consciousness, but it is 3 times the strength.
So in response to what you say, I go, my god, that's big. Faster! That's what you get back. Faster, and then... Oh no.
Oh no.
I need to roll initiative.
Oh, here we go.
The great thing is that's not even a... Oh, I'm going last.
Ollie.
Okay, not bad.
You guys might need to move stuff.
Stuff can be moved.
Yep. Mm.
Right.
I was like,
good.
yeah, I can talk to this. Food. No, I can't.
Well, you know, this could be some kind of
It wants to
Floats
eat
by
me.
burger bar, just offering you some food.
It's offering food, not saying it wants food. Oh,
Food. Stop at Lake Burger Shack. 3 nautical miles west.
Spinning the sign.
You taking Kafina, Matt?
I might as well, given I've got
The sheet.
the sheet.
Is Cedric being Actian?
Oh, you Cedric is acting because I don't have an Elkator, unsurprisingly. Because we only found out today that Ross was joining us.
I can't believe that's not a spell or anything. It's just an action. You can do that with anything, repeatedly.
I guess it's like a racial ability.
It is my racial ability. It's the only one I get.
You're right there, Ollie.
Other than
Well,
the
there's a
fact
thing about not being able to have your dreams.
no one can
interfered
cast Dream on me. That's really specific. You're immune to magical effects that require you to dream.
Alright, initiative roll 25 to 20. Nope. 20 to 15.
with. 16.
18.
16 for me.
Oh, that's not good.
18. Trick. And Foundling. You guys can decide whenever.
What's your dex?
He's on 18, so he's ahead
He's
of
ahead
us
of you.
anyway.
You
You and I
goes
both
there.
have
15 to
20,
10. Yeah,
I
Ollie.
think.
14.
You go ahead of me.
14 for you, Actian.
9.
Trick's going ahead of
I was
Foundling.
going to suggest you go first because it makes more sense for me to wait.
Okay. I'll go ahead of Trick then.
Alright. Good boy, Ollie.
No, he's attacking me.
He's just lying down. Alright. Kafina. 8. Yeah, that's about right. And then Bink and Jumbo. I'm going to assume a below decks.
Yep.
Cool. Fine. Alright. So, top of the round is Kelatar.
Oh, really? Can I see
Anything?
thing that's saying food or anything at all?
I'm pointing at it. But
Yeah, you
it
would have to
won't.
get to that side of the boat and look down.
Sure.
Okay.
Why not?
Step over. Perception check.
Because it's going to be bad. Fuck off.
10.
10? Yeah. You see these red eyes coming up closer
Okay.
and closer.
No, that's not going to work. I mean, it could, but not in this situation.
But at this point, you are starting to see features. 3 large, scaly
Yeah.
heads.
Cool.
None of those are going to do any good at all.
You can see it. Time's a wasting.
Yeah. Can I target a specific area of water around it?
Yes.
I would like to cast Shatter at it.
Okay.
At one of its heads.
All right. Con save, yes.
Con save.
That is a 19.
Okay, that makes it.
Alright. What level did you cast that? I'm going to first.
Second,
Oh, second,
because
okay.
that's what it is.
Lowest level.
11. So then half down to 6
Okay.
points of thunder damage.
Righty. So you suddenly thrust out your hand and just sort of snap your fingers, and you just see this explosion of water come up, and one of the heads sort of moves slightly. You hear Anna through your link.
This is terrifying.
That wasn't smart.
Oh wow, it is intelligent.
Booming food first.
As a bonus action, I will kind of look at it, point, and go, Trick, you know what to do, right?
When does it start
And
flying?
Why does it fly?
Why are you pointing up?
I don't know where it is.
You know what to do.
It's still underwater, right?
Yep.
Oh, I thought it popped up.
No.
Okay.
It's swimming up.
Okay.
It's on its way
I
up.
have nothing to keep it down there either. I was like, surely I've took like wall of force, flame barrier, blade barrier, and I'm like, no.
No. But I will inspire Trick by saying, you know what to do from far away, don't you?
Family, you're up.
Yes, I'm going to come over to the side and see if I can see this thing.
Yeah, you can see it.
How far down is it?
It's about 30 feet at this point, swimming up.
Sploosh! Going to dive in and swim down to it.
Okay, you swim down to it. And you see, as you get closer to it, this large dragon-like creature with wings, talons, and 3 heads. The water discolours it a little bit.
It's a hydra.
It is, well, it's green, but that is the image. I've got a Hydra picture for it because I don't have one for this particular creature.
It is a hydra.
No, I'm just using a Hydra for the...
Right, I saw it. I was like, oh crap.
Hydra. Yes, I'm going to have a couple of cracks at it with my tonfa.
Go for it, make your attack rolls.
28.
Yes. That's right, because you've got swim speed, haven't you? So you are okay underwater.
I am, yes.
Oh, God.
Don't we all still have water breathing as well from you?
Yes.
You can breathe, but you need to have swim speed to not...
No, I'm just saying, like, if I go in there, I'm not going to die immediately.
11 damage.
11 points of damage. Nice. Bludgeoning damage, yes.
Yeah. Second strike. Yeah, that's more on the dice.
Yeah.
For another 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Another 9.
And then I'm going to bonus action patient defense. Because
Oh,
this
right.
thing seems quite scary.
Yeah, as you swim down, you come face to face with one of its heads, and at this point you've committed, so you kind of need to deal with it, and it sort of biff it on its nose. And this isn't the head that was hit with the thunder damage either, and you just suddenly hear, "I've got this one,"
Bollocks.
and then you just hear, "I've got the thunder food,"
Uh-oh.
and then you hear a final one, "I've got the one I can hear."
I wonder if I can impair it by just going like...
Telepathic previous
Right, I'm having a slight problem in that my Wi-Fi seems not to be working.
Okay.
Oh, there it goes.
If you
Maybe.
need, I actually have got a copy of your sheet.
There's
He's got it.
So, under here.
hang on, just-
Is that would that help if we just
okay. Where I am there.
Yes.
Am I
Where you are there?
by a staircase?
So there's a stairs going up towards the cabin at the back, and then there's stairs going down into the valley below,
Right. So
galley below.
am I actually stood next to effectively a hole in the floor with steps going down?
Yeah, essentially.
There's no
Shuttered.
wall.
No, there's a door, but there's obviously walls behind you.
Okay. I'm just going to sort of try and sink into the corner somewhat. Bonus action hide.
Stealth check.
Yeah, that's 28.
20. Okay, you are stealth.
And then I'm going to hold an attack
Yep.
for when something is in melee with one of my allies and within range.
Understood. All right. So this creature, it's its turn now. The head that is closest to you stays where it is, but you suddenly see as the body keeps going, and two of the heads breach, extending out right in front of. Oh, Ross, we've got a bit of feedback from me on your phone.
It's gone now.
Thank you. As the two heads sort of snap out, snarling and growling. You may take your shot now, Trick.
Who's it attacking?
Essentially, it's coming up this way. So you've got one head that is attacking Foundling, and the other ones which are attacking Kelatar and Anna.
Okay, I will take a shot. Do I have advantage from being hidden?
You do, yes. Passive perception is not that good.
Good, considering all the eyes it has.
It's focused on the things that are annoying
That
it.
is terrible. 19?
Hits.
Hey. Right.
19 is terrible.
So, do I have sneak attack?
You do.
Okay, which is actually 8d6.
I'd say 8 dice total.
8 dice
It's 8 times
total.
total because it's 66 sneak attack plus your weapon plus your 1d6 from the armor.
Yeah.
So
And
it's 8.
presumably there's not another target within a line beyond it.
No. I mean, technically the other head, but it's not a separate target. You can only hit it once.
Fair enough.
But for flavour, it goes through and hits the other one.
Ooh, nice.
12, 22,
Jesus.
32, 34, 41.
Jesus.
So as you take the shot, you line it up out of the shadows and you click, and it just passes through the neck of one, shimmers slightly, and passes through the neck of the other. At which point you suddenly see one of the heads turn and look at you just hear, next. In the meantime, the three that are left are going to attack. Foundling first?
Disadvantage?
Yes. Not that that matters, because that was piss poor. That is a 15 to hit.
Misses.
Alright, Anna against you. That is... Nope, that is a 13. I rolled 2. And against Kelatar.
Disadvantage!
Unlock on that?
No, I just thought if I say disadvantage, it might work.
Oh, no, that's 29. Should
Oh!
have done it.
Oh!
Wait,
Big.
you say hitting Anna?
No, this is Kelatar.
Oh, I can't die again. Never mind.
Fair. Okay. Yeah, that hits.
Yeah, I figured it would. So that for you, Kelatar, is 14, 23 points of piercing damage.
Okay, thought it was going to be worse.
And then against you, Foundling, there's going to be a claw attack.
Okay.
It's got four attacks essentially, one for each head and claws.
3 bites.
Disadvantage.
3 bites.
Why are attacks against you at disadvantage?
Because I took dodge.
Defense. Defense. That is a 22 to hit, which I
But
think
that does beat my AC.
does beat your AC. Okay.
Did you not have
Wait,
the time?
just really quickly.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's a
Found
mid there.
within
Hold on.
60 feet of me.
Yes, but you can't see him. He's in the water.
Okay, no worries then, okay.
And my battery is running low.
Okay.
And it's on 20%, but so it should be okay. We might take a break in after a couple of rounds just to be on the safe side.
Okay.
I mean, worst case scenario, you could always phone in and pick it up that way. Anyway, we'll deal with that problem when we need to. So for claws are also d12s. I think we're also just sending you a phone number. That won't reach across here, so we'll
No, I was
leave it for now.
going to say, it's ready to go when we want to move him.
Yep, that is 12 plus 6, 18 points of slashing damage to you, family. Keep those out because I might need them.
could have been a lot worse.
So you managed to baff away the head, but you've not seen the claw just stab out and pierce into your chest. Meanwhile, you've been chumped, Kalatar. Alright, that will end its turn. Brings us to Action.
Okay, here we go. Finally, I knew hanging out with you guys would be a great idea. And then, I think I'm on the other side of the boat, so I will travel to the boat where the thing is.
Travel to the boat where the thing is. Okay, you move across the boat.
Yes, across the boat.
Yep.
And whilst I'm doing that, I am going to use my giant might.
Yep.
So as I'm strolling across, this just under 7 foot Elkator turns into about a 15-foot Elkator.
Yep.
And with all of the equipment and everything growing, it's just this huge beast.
The whole boat
Is this,
just
being within 10 feet of me?
Yes, it is still within 10 feet of you.
It is now, yeah?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna make an attack at it.
Okay.
Glaze.
Make an attack roll. I'm going to say with disadvantage only because the sudden growth of you has caused the boat to lisp massively and it's sort of
Okay.
adjusting your footing.
Okay, okay. Yeah, cool. I will roll them separately then.
Okay. Just for the first attack. The second one you'll have got your balance sorted.
Okay, cool. First one's a 14 to hit.
14, miss.
Okay, right, now let me roll for the other two then. A 18 to hit,
Just barely hits.
and a 20 to hit.
20
Okay,
hits.
we know the number.
Okay, cool, so that's 2 hits. One does 12 points of damage,
12 points, okay.
and the other one does 13 points of damage.
13, nice. Alright, so you come stomping across in your massive Elkator form, growing as you swing the glaive. The first one misses as the boat suddenly dips massively from your sudden increased weight. You're used to it now. You bring it back up for the second one, slash into one head, and then slash across the other one. 2 successful attacks.
Nice.
Alright.
Good stuff, that's me done, I think.
Alright, Anna. Oh, did you... when you grow in size, does that not add a damage dice to your...
Yes, I did that as well, yeah.
Okay, cool. Just double checking. Cool.
Oh,
cool,
wait,
cool.
sorry. Hold on. I've done something really stupid. Give me 1 second. Can you add another 12 points of slashing damage?
So it was 12, 13, and then another 12?
Yes. I
Okay.
forgot to add my actual strength modifier to the rolls.
Gotcha.
It's almost like he's not played D&D for ages and has forgotten how to play.
Yeah.
It's because I don't play like any melee or like I'm always spellcaster. So
Welcome to the party, pal.
I forget how to use weapons.
Fair. Alright, that ends the turn. Anna.
Yippee kayak the bucket.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna have a big old reach.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna do it anyway.
Chompy.
Yep.
Natural 20.
That's fine.
That is 19.
Which is why I moved first. Because I'm about to cast a concentration spell.
39 points of slashing damage.
Fair.
And now, using the ring, I'll cast Beacon of Hope.
Okay.
Maximizes healing for anyone within 30 feet, advantage on wisdom saving throws.
Correct.
And something else as well. What was the damage? 30?
39 points of slashing damage.
Yeah.
What's in the card?
That way.
Yes, please.
Each advantage on wisdom throws, death saving throws, and regains the maximum amount of hit points possible from any healing.
Advantage on death saving throws.
Yeah, just in case.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Third level spell as well, but I get it for free because it's out of my ring. Bonus action! Spiritual weapon.
Weapon.
That is casting 2 spells.
Can I not do that with a spiritual weapon?
You can cast it through the ring. You're still
Yeah,
casting the
okay,
spell.
then that's fine.
Yeah.
For the same reason what Ross just said, I don't normally play spellcasters. The only spells I've been doing are smites, which just happen.
Smite
You
slots.
just have to say it and it happens.
Alright. At the end of your turn, it's going to use one legendary action to make a bite attack against you, Actian.
Okay.
Okay.
Which is a 26 to hit.
I mean that does hit, yes.
That is 16 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
That will end the legendary action. Brings us to Kafina, Matt.
Um,
I'll probably close my laptop now as well.
Probably.
Really
Yeah.
close to it.
Where is? Oh, there is. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So. Fuck it. I'm trying to think. What would Jared
The
do?
suspense.
What would Jared do? Fucking nuke it.
Static arc.
Yeah, we'll go. Yeah.
Man, I do not miss those days.
Or synaptic static, or
Of
sunbeam,
nothing
or
happening on Jared's
I
time.
mean,
think
synaptic static is...
Sunbeam is not a bad call.
it's one
I
of
think
those two.
Sunbeam is one of the best spells in this kind of scenario.
Yeah, but I reckon it's going to be stacked on Con a bit.
Also, I wouldn't know, but if you get the blindness effect off, what one isn't blind?
Yeah.
It's
You
got
don't know.
two other heads. Yeah, that's what I would say. It's got two other heads.
So
and one's under the water.
I'm going to go for synaptic static.
Alright, so it's intelligence saving
Yes.
throw, I believe.
Oh, I think
Of
it's-
16.
I think it's high. Because it can speak with me.
I think
16, that's a 17. Just made it.
Okay.
Does do damage, I believe, synaptic static?
It's a high level spell.
It's
so,
a 5th level.
so I assume it does half damage.
I would assume so. I haven't actually brought any of my books with me because I
Um,
thought I don't need books.
it's in-
I'll
No.
bring up Fee on mine,
Somewhere in
and then
here
if you
is-
can't see anything, I
Synaptic
can-
static, it does 8d6 psychic damage, half on a successful save.
5, 6, 7.
And if it had succeeded... yeah, no, it is technically, it's a creature with an 80-foot sphere, but Kafina will point it upwards, so that's fine.
I've got 7 in the bag, so.
Yeah, I see.
10, 20, 28, so half to 14.
Alright.
Fee is then going to cast Brown Pants, and
As this sort of burst of electrical energy just appears out.
Is
In
it
the area.
electrical energy?
It's static, it's Kafina. Flavour more than anything else.
And does she get
your
the
portrait beyond is
instant
haunting.
fly thing if she wants it?
No,
with
yeah,
that?
she can move 10 feet. I added one for you. That's why.
Okay. I should have to look that up and see what.
It's just the generic Simic What hybrid
Yeah,
one.
it
Oh,
does not look attractive.
Well, it's good. Founding is not meant to look attractive.
No, I
No,
know.
as in
I need
like-
to get your hit points off you later, just so I can update my sheet.
Fee
Okay.
is then going to go down the stairs slightly,
Yep.
just kind of a couple of steps back and
Okay, so
crouch down
level
a
with,
bit.
Level with trick.
Yeah, just to
Uh,
kind of get out of
Those
eye
stairs
line.
going up. So it's sort of there,
Oh,
underneath the...
Oh yeah, you can move that blue meeple actually,
Yeah,
because
gone.
he's not there.
No, he's not.
Who is it?
That was the...
That's Jumbo.
Jumbo. It's
Oh.
glass.
My
Alright.
glass code of
At the end of that turn, two things are going to happen. First, the boat is going to move forward 20 feet. And it's going to use a legendary action to bite Kalatar.
yeah, of course it is.
That is a 26 to hit.
Yeah, that hit.
What's Calatar's AC?
15.
Not insufficient. That is 14 points of piercing damage.
14.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Nom. Alright, brings us to Kalatar.
Tasty.
Yeah.
And Anna, at this point you would hear, no escape.
It
I'm
would say that, wouldn't it? It's not
Yeah.
going to say escape that way.
Water shallow that way. I
Um,
mean, is the boat still moving?
It
Yes,
just
yeah,
it
moves.
literally just moved.
No, like
Just
I don't know.
moves.
Hey, Captain, full speed ahead, please. Like, I don't
It takes a
know.
while for it to speed up to then
I'm
blast
sure it
off.
fucking does. Hurry
Hit
that
the
motion up.
nitro.
I'm going to use my bonus action to healing word myself
Okay,
for 8.
yeah, you have 8. Well, no, it's max healing because of
Max
Beacon of
healing,
Hair.
you're in my
Beacon
aura.
of-
So
Max-
9.
Hey, that one might save you.
You probably will. I will then Eldritch Blast twice at
Its face.
its face. One of its faces.
Level 11, is it not 3?
No.
Is it at this point?
Yes.
Is it? Oh yeah, it is.
Level 11 is where it levels up.
3 rays then. One for each head, say.
Yeah. I mean, you can only see 2 of them, but sure.
Okay.
17, 18 is what you're aiming for around about that area.
So, nope. 17.
Misses?
Yeah, thought so. And more.
How
21.
21, that hits. And the third one?
Was a 4 on the dice.
Ah, yeah, no. So 1 hit.
1.
So, just in sort
Kind of grazes it.
the movement of the boat, thanks to Action's sudden growth, sort of throws your aim off slightly, as well as the acceleration. You sort of fire off as it moves away, and 2 of the rays just miss entirely. The other one just gets a glancing blow off the side of its neck, and it just doesn't look amused.
Yeah, I didn't think it would.
Alright, at the end of your turn, it's going to use its final legendary action to make a tail attack against you, Foundling.
Okay,
Disadvantage.
disadvantage, I think.
That is... no, that's 15.
No, misses.
Alright, your turn.
I'm just going to taunt for it twice.
Nice.
Well, one's nice with a 30, one's less nice with a 16, which I think isn't good.
16 misses, yes.
So
So 30 hits.
one hit for 9 damage,
Not much damage, nice.
and it seems to be working well, so I will bonus action patient defense again.
Trick.
Right. I
Flip the top
can
for Val, so I'm actually just sort of using the punching sticks.
Yeah, yeah.
I can see it at the moment, right?
Yeah, you can see its 2 heads just sort of snarling up past the back of the
And-
cabin.
It is. Right, I will just make an attack to start with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a 26.
26? Yeah.
And I think that is sneak attack.
Because Foundling is still there, next to one of its heads.
I mean, you can't see
And
me,
it's,
but I'm
isn't
there.
it technically still in melee with Kelatar as well? Because it just made an attack
True, yes,
against him.
Kalazar is still in its melee range.
Oh, good.
It's not in his melee range,
Yeah.
but he is in it.
Nor does
Regardless, Foundling is in melee range, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh, you mean you can't really ask for much more from your last roll? That was impressive. That's 6, 6, 6, 5, 4, 4. Oh, I got 1 too.
Yeah, this one's much less. 32.
32.
9.
Still pretty
Got
good.
10 points.
And then I will bonus action stealth afterwards. Bonus action hide.
Make stealth check.
Here comes reliable talent.
Nah,
Or
Tom doesn't need
Tom
reliable
Pierce
talent.
as well.
No.
Better than reliable talent. That's 26.
Okay, 26. You are stealthed. Brings us to its turn. So at the start of its turn, you, Foundling, probably you, Kalatar, and Action, because you're looking at it,
Yeah.
notice some of the wounds just start to close up
Yeah.
beneath the scales
Yeah, yeah.
as it regains stuff.
Mhm.
You just hear, I like it crispy. You just suddenly hear, whoosh, as the wings start to spread. You just watch as they burst out of the water, and it whoosh, takes off. You make an attack of opportunity, if you wish.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I do wish.
Do we know what this creature is yet?
Nope.
But I missed
Kalatar might when you recognise
completely.
it. No, miss.
My
Yeah,
turn.
with a
Is
13.
it leaving my range as well?
You're not in its range because
Oh, yeah.
it's
Sorry.
because the boat moved forward.
Ah, okay.
I forgot to take a new picture.
As it now takes off and gets well above the height, you can move it around, essentially over here on this land. It gets all 3 of its heads just sort of entwined together and look down and... I need for Action, Anna, Kelatar. I mean, it's for position. I mean, it would get a better angle on it, which was 30 foot. But we'll say it's doing that just as it's flying around. Kafina and Trick.
So everyone except.
Everyone except for the guy who's underwater to make dexterity saving throws, please.
Don't fuck me, Grog.
Don't fuck me, Percy, I think.
Not sure. No, Percy's the.
Not make it. Remember your D10 kilter.
In that case,
So what?
Oh, yeah.
What am I making?
My D10.
Dex, please.
Oh, better.
Okay.
Oh, it's a 60-foot cone. Never mind. Didn't need to reposition, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
That's good.
Oh my god, why are there so many apps suddenly appearing on my iPad? Or other tablet devices are available.
Not at this table, there isn't.
We live in a BBC world.
We do.
There's like pads of paper.
Yeah, there you go. Legal pads.
Don't need,
Yellow legal
don't need
pads.
Wi-Fi. Never run out of battery.
Only you have yellow legal pads.
Sorry?
Because you're a minion, apparently.
I am a minion. Right, so... Only at work am I a minion. Here, I am master of all. So that is... Okay, some damage. That's a good number to have. Okay, Anna.
16.
Just succeeds.
28.
Success.
That one.
So 0 damage.
18 for Kafina.
Success.
And 15.
Fail.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I've
Action.
passed by 1.
17.
17, success. So, those of you who succeeded take 17 points of fire damage.
17.
Kalatar, you take 34. And the awning is completely burnt away, and the deck of the boat is slightly on fire. As it then flies.
Oh,
and-
wait, it burnt away my parasol.
Yeah.
Son of a...
What?
That's-
now you're
That's
angry.
where I draw the line. That was
Also,
keeping me safe from
make
the
a-
elements.
Make a constitution saving throw.
With advantage.
Warcaster, yes.
So I've an 11.
I mean, just need to beat 10.
Oh, I rolled an 11 and plus... oh, wait. Yeah, 11 plus 5. I thought I got a fat con boost there, but it's not my charisma.
Alright. So that will end its turn. It's essentially flying just off to the side of you. It's just about in your range, Actian.
Okay, cool.
It's on the landmass next to the boat on the picture.
Okay, thank you.
There's all snarling glaring at you. That ends its turn. Actian, you're up.
Oh, cool. Okay, I will use a bonus action
Yes.
to touch the rune on my plate,
Mhm.
and I will invoke the rune of EC,
Yep.
which will boost my strength to 23 for 10 minutes.
Yep.
Nice.
And then I will make 3 attacks.
Go for it. Are you going to jump onto the island that it's standing on, or are you going to stay on the boat?
I mean, I've seen it can fly. I'll stay on the boat for now, I think.
Okay.
Because if I don't want to get off the boat leaves, then I'm stuck on it.
I don't,
I've
yeah.
had the experience of being stuck in the water as well. So that doesn't sound like it's a good idea.
I just realised I forgot to do our roll initiative graphic at the beginning.
Oh.
Do it now, do it now, do it now, do it now.
There it is. Oh god. There you go.
Roll it. Too late.
There you go.
My 3 attacks were a 19, a 21, and a 28.
All hit.
Nice.
Okay, give me a sec. I just need to add. Yeah, I remember to do stuff. That's cool. Okay, so the first one is 7 plus 7 is 14 points of damage.
14, okay.
The second hit is a 16 points of damage.
Okay, so that's 30 total so far.
Then the last one's a bit of a dud. It is 4 plus 7. Someone
11.
help me. 11, thank you.
Okay, as you swing with the first one, you cut across the base of its chest, sort of severing some of the points where it's neck. You start seeing the blood spurt out. Envisioned by this, you swing back again, cutting at the far left head. You hack into it again, cutting deeper, and the third strike cuts straight through it, and the head spirals off and thumps into the ground, rolling off into the water.
Little celebratory cheer.
Why do I feel that this is a bad
Yeah.
As you suddenly you hear,
Yeah, crossbows is a bad thing.
anything else you're going to do, Ross? That was your action bonus?
That was my bonus action, I'm done.
Alrighty. At that end of the turn, legendary action, it's going to bite you
Okay,
with one of its 2 remaining heads.
sure.
That is a 19 to hit.
That does not hit.
Okay, comes down to bite on you. You just block it with your giant glaive. Cool. Anna.
I am going to.
Real bad.
It's looking real bad.
Yeah. I mean, it's had a head cut off.
I feel
When
like
it said, "Oh no," did I get a feeling that was an actual "oh no," or was it being sarky?
Well, for reference, that's what it looks like. Just realised I've got an image that I can show you.
Oh wow.
Holy cow!
Yeah. So did it sound sarcastic? As if did it sound like it was phased by what just happened?
It sounded angry.
that's not good.
I mean, to be fair, having bits chopped off you would probably make you angry.
I mean,
Well,
yeah.
yes, but I still have this feeling that in the long run, chopping bits off it is not going to be good for us.
What are you doing, Anna?
Come on, he's got the
Can
entire
it
spell.
make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Sure it will. 19.
Ah, it just gets it. Harm, so it still takes half of 14d6.
Yeah.
Do you need some more dice? Are you going to use a dice roll?
47 halved.
Which is 24.
Let me take it as if on a failed save. The damage can't reduce the target's hit points below 1. If the target fails... Yeah, it doesn't get any of the nasty stuff, unfortunately.
Okay. But it's still 14d6.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 24.
Yeah.
That was halved.
Oh, 24 half, so it's...
No,
24 is the half.
47.
Halved to 24.
Alright, so you reach up with your hand, and what does it... How does it describe
It's
the...
just like a black ball.
Okay. Black ball of energy, you just sort of curl it in there, you thrust your hand forward, it fires out, impacting at the join between its two necks. It starts to writhe with the energy on it. Seemingly dead.
Target's hit point maximum is
Seemingly
also
dead.
reduced by that amount of damage.
Okay. It's dead.
Seemingly dead.
Make a history check.
Oh god.
Oh, balls.
Hang on.
You Kelatar know things.
Hang on, I'm on the
Bard for bard things.
page. Come on. History.
Mm-hmm.
10. I don't even know the present, let alone the past.
1?
Yeah.
Never heard of this thing before.
Yeah, I figured that was going to happen.
Oh, in that case, are we still in initiative?
Yeah.
Oh.
That-
I'm done. Yeah, I can't do anything about it.
Kavina, anything?
No, Kafina thinks it's dead. So
Alright. Boat moves forward 20 feet. Actually, you can probably go 25 feet. It's going a little faster now.
Good.
Yeah, Kelatar. What? Anyone doing anything?
can I make some kind of check to see if I can see if it's still alive or dead?
You can make a nature check if you get up close with it, or medicine check. You have to be in melee.
Yeah, go and touch it.
It's not moving.
I have a question.
Like what's the left?
Yes.
How long does it last?
An hour.
Or
Good question.
things like that do sometimes specify.
Or until I end it as an action.
You're getting no thoughts.
But do I still feel like there is a link there?
No, nothing to link to.
Can I get to it? Just kind of.
Visible concern.
I mean, you can get off the boat.
You can get
signal
its mouth
to get
if you
in
want.
there.
Sure.
All right.
I will get as close to it as I.
Part of the movement, you sort of wave yourself over, and you are pushed over to the side.
Are we allowed to give word of warning?
Sort of in.
Yeah, I mean, I
As you hop off there, you may say something. I'll say as your action.
I really wouldn't. It's not a concern. We could just go.
Foundling, Trick, you doing anything? The boat would probably be about 5 foot closer because Kelsar can't jump that far. Because green men can't jump.
I guess I'm getting back on the boat.
I will make
I
a
am
medicine check.
Holding an arrow on the boat.
Okay, make a medicine check.
Come on, Scanman. Natural 20, so 26.
26, okay. Put your hands in there. In his head.
Doesn't seem to be breathing.
You find the way to where you think his anatomy is. You sort of like follow the veins that were spurting the blood out of the severed neck, and you sort of follow it to where the chest is. And you put your hand on it. You don't feel anything until.
Yeah. You all,
Both
have we still got
heads.
the telepathic connection
No,
between
that
us?
has gone on.
Oh, yeah.
That's an hour on a
That was
cast
only an hour.
last night.
Yeah, damn.
I can
gonna
still
say-
hear it though.
I would say if you could hear the
Your
thoughts.
connection has dropped because it died.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
That would make
It's
sense.
UA, so yeah.
Yeah,
I say-
that makes sense. If it's dead, you got nothing. To
If there was still a telepathic connection between all of us, all you'd hear is, "Oh shit."
I mean, you can just say that.
No, I'd be kind of just standing there going,
Uh-oh.
and you hear it now say out loud in common.
I understand it. No, me, I'm not
2 attacks against you.
food.
Hang on.
2
Yeah.
bite attacks.
Where are we in?
We're at its turn.
I'm going to.
You are holding your action, or holding your point at it, so you can take a shot if you want.
Yeah, I think I would take the shot when I hear it speak in common.
Yeah.
I will go unlock on that on the first attack.
Okay, we'll see what happens with this first.
Little Shop of Horrors.
18.
Just barely hits.
And he is in
And
combat.
is in melee with.
Although Kalatar isn't that threatening, he is. You best hope that this kills it again.
Well, there's 3 6s.
Yeah.
24.
There's also a 1.
34. 41.
Thunk.
As you take the shot, this bolt, you seem to have found a way to cut through it. The way it spins through, it actually severs another one of the heads.
What are you firing? It's like a ballista.
No, this is a short bow.
Buzzsaw blades.
Yeah, falls
Yeah.
next to you, Kalatar. Eyes open, tongue.
Was that the one that was about to bite?
Yeah. Just jaws open just near your leg.
I'd move the leg backwards slightly.
Attack of opportunity.
The other one?
It's dead. It just.
Oh, the whole being is dead.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
Oh.
but it was. The whole being was dead 6
Yeah,
seconds ago
I
as
know.
well.
I presume we are still.
Still, I mean, what are you guys doing?
I'm getting back on the boat.
Okay.
Go ahead. No.
Anyone else doing anything?
I'm readying another arrow.
Ready another shot?
For when it makes an attack against someone again.
Okay.
I'm going to hop off the boat and stand next to it again, ready to make an attack. And I'm going to say to the others, "Go on with the boat. I can catch up."
Okay.
Can I hold an Eldritch Blast?
Hold on, boss. Action, you doing anything?
I'm gonna just. I'll hold an action to if it flies within range, basically.
Okay.
I'm going to begin to cast Prayer of Healing.
That will break your concentration on Beacon of Hope. It's a 10-minute casting time.
It doesn't say it's con though.
No, but because you're then casting a long spell, you have to maintain concentration on the whole
That's
casting
the only
time.
reason I was doing it because it was a fat hit point. That's fair.
Someone else did
Makes
it. That's
sense.
really cool.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I'm just gonna use second wound as well.
Okay. Bonus action 10, D10 plus your 5 level.
Does that count
just
as
that one.
healing, or is it maximised?
That's true. It is healing technically. So
So it's 10.
10 plus your fighter level, which is 11. So 21 hit points.
So that answers that
Nice.
That was very cool. For which point I will do nothing.
Alrighty. On its turn.
Has the boat moved forward again before it gets another turn?
No, because Kalatar asked to get off, so it stopped.
Oh,
And now Kalatar's got back on, and Foundling's only just said move off, and it moves at the end of the initiative turn.
Right.
So, the big fucker starts to really pissed off
Just
now.
one head left. Right?
One head left, with 2 stumps. Make your attack roll,
Be big.
Oh god.
19.
Oh, is this a reaction attack?
This is your reaction attack, yes. Technically, I say if you're holding an action, you can make all your attacks, because I do that for the monsters as well, so multiple
cool.
attacks.
No.
Fair enough.
It's like
19
Kalatar's
to
Eldritch
hit.
Blast is 3 attacks, so 19? Yeah.
So yeah, that's going to be 2 hits.
This is about
20
to send
into
this
30.
Hydra back to the Shadow
So
Realm.
a 19 and a 21 and nothing. basically.
Well, that's polar opposites there, isn't it?
So
Oh,
19, 21,
really?
And,
yeah, so 2 hits.
Just 6
11.
and 1, isn't it?
6 and a 3.
My eyesight is so
34.
34.
13 and 10 damage.
Okay.
23.
Just doing total of that. That's all the same. Yeah, no, I mean
7.
From 3 bolts.
So you suddenly see as Foundling
2 hits.
jabs up with the tonfas, the short bow fires into its chest, and then it's just a bing of Eldritch Blast energy impacting into it.
Those are people who say Eldritch Blast is the most damaging cantrip in the game. Not when Matt's playing.
Nope. As it
To be
Below
fair,
average.
not when played by anyone other than a warlock with the agonising blast.
Well, yeah.
at that point, as you drop that body again, you suddenly start to notice movement in the water
No.
as 2 small things with tiny vestigial claws but full-grown heads, the size of the heads of this thing, scramble up the side of the boat and get attacked. And that is where we're going to take a break, because that's fun.
What's going on? This
So the same size head, but tiny body.
The severed heads have respawned into little headlings. But we are going to take a break, so we can relieve ourselves and come back to this in a very short while. Ross, we will probably, I don't know, might
Do something.
find a way to charge up my phone so we can keep you on the line. Until then, we shall be back in about 15 minutes, so about 9:15. So we will see you then. Bye.